Did you know that one of the healthiest vegetable juices on the planet can become harmful with just one wrong ingredient? Many people start their morning feeling proud. They juice a fresh beet, pour it into a glass, and believe they are fueling their heart, cleansing their liver, and boosting their energy for the day. What most people do not realize is that beetroot is extremely powerful, and like anything powerful, it demands respect. Inside this humble red root are compounds that can transform circulation, open blood vessels, support liver function, and increase endurance. However, those same compounds react aggressively when combined with the wrong foods. Every day, thousands of people unknowingly create beet juice combinations that irritate the stomach, trigger fermentation, increase oxalate load, overload the liver, impair circulation, and even worse, cancel out the very nutrients they are trying to absorb. Most concerning of all, many of these harmful mixtures appear healthy on the surface. So, what is really happening inside the body? In this video, we will uncover 7 beet juice combinations you should never make, including one that can be genuinely dangerous for anyone over 50 or living with kidney or digestive issues. More importantly, I will show you the core principles that allow your heart, liver, circulation, and energy to benefit without unnecessary risk. Before we begin, please press the like button, leave a comment telling me where you are watching from, and subscribe so you never miss critical health information designed specifically for men over 50. What you learn today could permanently change how you prepare this so-called healing juice. Mistake number 1, mixing beet juice with honey or sugar. This is one of the most common mistakes people make, and unfortunately, it is also one of the most damaging. Many people dislike the earthy taste of beets, so they attempt to fix it by adding honey, table, sugar, or even sweet syrups. It feels harmless. After all, honey is natural. But the moment you add concentrated sugar to beet juice, you fundamentally alter how the body processes it. Beetroot is naturally rich in nitrates, which convert into nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes blood vessels, supports circulation, enhances endurance, and helps regulate blood pressure. When beet juice is combined with honey or sugar, that nitrate conversion process becomes disrupted. As a result, the primary benefit most people drink beet juice for improved blood flow becomes significantly weaker. What you are left with is a sugary beverage that spikes blood glucose and delivers only a fraction of the cardiovascular support that beetroot is capable of providing. If this information is new to you, press the like button. We will move on to the next mistake. Mistake number 2, mixing beet juice with oranges. On the surface, this combination sounds healthy. 2 vitamin-rich fruits blended into a refreshing drink. But for many people, especially older adults or anyone with digestive sensitivity, combining beet juice with oranges can quickly backfire. The problem begins with acidity. Oranges are highly acidic, and when their acid meets the natural sugars and compounds in beetroot, the result is a fermentation recipe in the gut. This means the mixture begins producing excess gas in the intestines, leading to bloating, cramping, and uncomfortable abdominal pressure. For individuals with gastritis, acid reflux, or irritable bowel syndrome, this reaction can feel almost immediate. The natural sugars in both beetroot and oranges digest rapidly when juiced and no longer have their original fiber structure. They rush into the bloodstream. This can cause sharper blood sugar spikes than people expect, especially in older adults, those with prediabetes, or individuals with unstable blood pressure. Beet juice works best when the stomach is relatively empty, while orange juice is better tolerated earlier in the day with food to reduce its acidity. So while the bright color and fresh taste may look appealing, beetroot combined with orange is a pairing that causes more harm than benefit, particularly when consistency, digestion, and cardiovascular health matter most. Mistake number 3, mixing beet juice with vinegar. This may seem like a harmless blend. Vinegar appears in detox drinks, homemade tonics, and countless health tips, but when it comes to beet juice, combining it with vinegar is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Beetroot is naturally rich in nitrates compounds that convert into nitric oxide and help open blood vessels, improve circulation, and support healthy blood pressure. Vinegar, however, is extremely acidic, and that acidity can destroy a significant portion of these nitrates before your body has a chance to use them. In other words, you lose the primary benefit that makes beet juice valuable in the first place. But the problem goes deeper than nutrient loss. The high acetic acid content in vinegar can irritate the stomach lining when combined with raw beet juice, especially in people who already suffer from reflux, gastritis, or sensitive digestion. The best approach is simple. Keep beet juice pure. If you want a lighter, more refreshing texture, use water, cucumber, or low-acid fruits such as green apple. Vinegar has its own benefits, just not when combined with beetroot. Use it in salad dressings or cooking, but keep it away from your morning beet juice if you want to protect your stomach, blood pressure, and the nutrients that make beetroot such a powerful healing food. Mistake number 4, mixing beet juice with carrots. Beetroot and carrots look like the perfect pair. Two brightly colored, nutrient-rich roots commonly blended in juices, smoothies, and detox mixes. Each vegetable on its own is extremely healthy, but when juiced together in a concentrated raw form, they create a silent overload that your kidneys, liver, and blood sugar regulation cannot handle well. Both beetroot and carrots are high oxalate vegetables. When consumed separately in moderate portions, oxalates are manageable for most people. But when you combine them into a powerful juice, the oxalate concentration spikes. This significantly increases the risk of calcium oxalate kidney stones, especially in older adults, people with diabetes, those who are dehydrated, and anyone with reduced kidney function. Oxalates from both roots bind tightly to calcium, forming sharp crystals that silently accumulate until they cause pain, inflammation, or urinary complications. The second issue is blood sugar. Both beetroot and carrots contain natural sugars. When juiced, the fiber that slows absorption is removed, meaning those sugars enter your bloodstream rapidly. Without fiber to buffer sugar and oxalates, the juice ferments quickly in the gut, producing bloating, gas, and a heavy stomach sensation. Older adults with slower digestion or low stomach acid are particularly prone to these symptoms. Once again, the mistake is not the vegetables, but the concentrated combination. Each root is healthy when eaten whole, cooked, or enjoyed separately on alternating days. If you are drinking beet juice today, skip the carrots. And if you want carrot juice, enjoy it on its own or pair it with low oxalate, low sugar additions such as cucumber, celery, or a small slice of green apple. This way, you support kidney health, protect blood sugar stability, and still benefit from the nutritional power of both roots, just not in the same glass. Now, let us move on to how to drink beet juice correctly. Mistake number 5. Mixing beet juice with milk or dairy products. Some people try to blend beet juice with milk to make it creamier, but this is one of the worst combinations you can make. On the surface, it seems harmless. Beetroot provides nutrients, and milk provides protein. However, inside your body, this mixture triggers reactions that lead to digestive distress, nutrient loss, and inflammation. The problem begins with the acid-protein interaction. Beetroot is naturally acidic, and when beet juice comes into contact with milk proteins, especially casein, it causes them to curdle prematurely. This curdling does not occur gently like yogurt fermentation. It happens abruptly inside your stomach. The result is heavy digestion, fermentation, and uncomfortable symptoms, such as bloating, gas, reflux, and a lingering sense of stomach discomfort that can last for hours. But there is more. When consumed together, the liver must work harder to process the metabolic byproducts of both foods at the same time, which increases inflammation rather than reducing it. For individuals with fatty liver, slow digestion, or a history of acid reflux, this combination should be avoided entirely. If you want a richer beet drink, there are safer alternatives. Keep them separate, and your stomach, liver, and energy levels will thank you. Mistake number 6. Mixing beet juice with spinach. Beetroot and spinach on their own are nutritional powerhouses, but when you combine them in the same juice, especially in a raw, concentrated form, you unintentionally create a biochemical burden that your kidneys and bones do not tolerate well. Both beetroot and spinach are very high in oxalates, which are natural plant compounds that bind to minerals such as calcium, magnesium, and iron. When consumed in large amounts or combined together, oxalates can overwhelm the body's ability to process and eliminate them. The greatest risk is kidney stones. Oxalates from both foods bind with calcium in the kidneys and form calcium oxalate crystals. This is the most common and most painful type of kidney stone, especially for people with a history of stones, reduced kidney function, mild dehydration, or low magnesium levels. This combination can quickly push the body into a high oxalate overload state. You may not feel it immediately, but crystals silently accumulate, increasing your risk week after week. Over time, this can weaken bones, worsen anemia, or contribute to fatigue and muscle weakness. Individuals with gut issues such as irritable bowel syndrome, gastritis, or low stomach acid are particularly vulnerable. High oxalate juice passes through the digestive system too quickly, irritating the intestines and triggering symptoms such as bloating, cramping, loose stools, or sudden urgency. If you enjoy greens with beet juice, choose lower oxalate options such as kale, mint, celery, leaves, or romaine. If you love spinach, cook it or eat it separately at another time of day, and do not combine it raw with beetroot. Your kidneys work hard every minute of your life. This is a combination they should not have to fight. Mistake number 7, mixing beet juice with lemon. One of the most common mistakes people make is adding a large squeeze of lemon to their beet juice. It sounds healthy. Vitamin C freshness detox. So, what could go wrong? Quite a lot. Lemon is extremely acidic, and when that strong acidity collides with the natural compounds inside raw beetroot, the pH of the juice shifts immediately. For many older adults, especially those with gastritis, acid reflux, or sensitive stomachs, this can cause irritation within minutes. People often report heartburn, nausea, or a sour stomach shortly after drinking this combination without realizing that lemon is the culprit. But the bigger issue is what happens to beetroot's nutrients. And if you are dealing with reflux, this combination can further irritate the esophagus. Lemon itself is not the villain. The problem is the amount. A small hint of flavor may be harmless, but a heavy squeeze, half a lemon, or the juice of a whole lemon is where the trouble begins. Stay with me because the next benefits are just as important. First, respect the dosage. The number is 120 milliliters. The biggest mistake men make is thinking that more is better. One medium-sized beet is the maximum limit for a single day. From a medical standpoint, your body can only metabolize a certain amount of nitrates at one time. Drinking more does not further dilate blood vessels. Instead, it increases oxalate levels, which place stress on the kidneys and can lead to beaturia, a sign that the body is overloaded and unable to process the pigments efficiently. 100 to 120 milliliters of pure beet juice is the ideal amount to boost energy without overwhelming your filtration system. Second, drink slowly and treat it like a fine wine. Beet juice is not a shot that should be swallowed all at once. Sip it slowly in small amounts. This allows enzymes in the saliva to begin the nitrate conversion process directly in the oral cavity. For older adults, slow consumption helps the blood pressure system adapt gradually to vasodilation and reduces the risk of lightheadedness caused by a sudden drop in blood pressure. Third, the golden timing is 30 minutes before breakfast. Why on an empty stomach? When your stomach is light, the conversion of nitrates from the mouth to the stomach occurs most effectively. Beneficial oral bacteria need time to interact with the juice before it enters the digestive tract. Do not rinse your mouth or brush your teeth immediately after drinking. Allow these compounds to absorb naturally. A glass of beet juice early in the morning prepares your vascular system for optimal dilation and helps maintain alertness and endurance throughout the day. Fourth, keep the juice clean and original. Do not add sugar, honey, or any sweeteners. As explained, sugar is the enemy of nitric oxide. If the earthy flavor feels too strong, use cucumber or celery to dilute it. These vegetables are rich in electrolytes and contain enzymes that support liver detoxification more effectively without raising blood glucose levels. Allow your taste to adapt to the natural profile. This is how you respect your body. Fifth, follow a rotation rule and give your kidneys rest. Do not drink beet juice continuously 365 days a year. Your body needs breaks to process accumulated oxalates. The best approach is to drink it for 5 consecutive days, then take 2 days off on the weekend. You can also rotate with celery juice or cucumber water. This variety helps protect bone minerals and prevents the risk of kidney stone formation. If this video helped you recognize a mistake you may have been making, press like to spread this message to the male community. Share it with any friend who drinks juice daily, because you may be helping them avoid a serious kidney issue. Stay alert and choose vitality every day. Goodbye and see you again. Thank you for watching.